a special episode. Usually, you know me, I'm doing food, I'm doing stories behind food and the people behind food, but I wanted to do something special today. So I wanted to bring on board with me today two women who have some amazing businesses. I wanted to share those with you. And so we're going to jump right into this, okay? So right now I have Danielle Sykes of Carrie Berry Design. I have worked with this young lady for a few years now. We have worked on logos. We have worked on websites. We have worked on you name it. So I wanted to bring her on board today so she can talk to us about her journey, talk to us about her passion for graphic design, and what made her kind of take those steps into entrepreneurship. And also for anyone that's tuning in, whether or not you're looking for maybe graphic design opportunities for personal reasons, or if you're an entrepreneur yourself, definitely listen to some of these things that Danielle is going to talk about, because as your business grows, you will need these various services. You will need to update, set up, design your website, business cards, logos, all of it. So before I even keep going any further, I just want to bring Danielle on so we can just jump right into this. I'm really looking forward to this conversation.
Me too.
So Danielle, tell me, where did you even find this passion? Like, where did this spark?
I don't know the spark. I guess I assume it. I like to throw parties. And like bridal showers, baby showers. And I always wanted things to be in the right spot. I wanted them to look a certain way. So I would make the invite. I would make any games personalized. And one day my sister was like, you can go to school for that. And I was just like, for what? Like, what is it? And she started looking for schools for me. And she's like, you can do graphic design. And I was like, oh, because, I'm just creating things in Microsoft and printing them out. Yeah. And went to school again, because by then I had graduated and was not thinking about going back to school. But I went back to the Art Institute.
Okay.
And I just really, it just really opened my eyes. Like, oh, wow. Like, there's software and there's these great 27-inch monitor, desktops and all this you could just do. So I did that for a couple of years, graduated. In the midst of that, started a family. And then opened my company, which initially, of course, was like a hobby, right? Because I know nothing about business.
Right.
And so I'm, making business cards, making flyers, whatever you want me to make, I'm making it for you. And mostly it was family. And then that kind of grew the bigger my family portfolio got. And I could show stuff that I'd done, and I started getting legit clients. And then it was like, like this could really be a business. And I think I've been doing this for at least 8 or 9 years. And I will admit that I'm just getting into it, like feeling like I'm really, really doing this right.
If you found your groove.
These past 2 to 3 years. So it's been a blessing.
Yeah, definitely. I remember when we first met, I think it was on a Sunday at a local church here in the DC area. And they were having like an entrepreneur business little event in the basement. And people had different tables set up. And I was kind of thinking in the back of my mind about my business. And apparently you were thinking about yours because you were there, and that's how I met you. And as I was putting this together, I remember sitting here thinking that you don't really know what you're going as you kind of go through these steps. When you start thinking, okay, I really want to make this a business. I want to kind of make this a reality. But it is so important, as I've noticed over the years, it's very important to have people that you can really rely on, that have just that focus and that eye and that caring into what they do. And then that kind of transfers into what it is that you're trying to accomplish. So to have this like team around you, so to speak, is so important. It's really important. And that's one of the reasons why I've maintained our relationship. Whenever I'm working on something, this is my second business venture, not my first one. Um, and I've just, stayed in contact with you and just watch you flourish and watch you grow. So
Thank you.
you said that as your portfolio grew with your family, you kind of started to really think, okay, this is something I can do here. So are you doing this full time? Are you working full time and this is on the side still?
This is part time.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like full time, but but it is still part time. I actually work a 9 to 5 during the
Mm-hmm.
day.
Mm-hmm.
I am a web content administrator for the government.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to luckily design all day for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a balance I find that is working for me now.
Right.
COVID has kind of shifted the balance, but we're still making it work.
Right. Right.
Having to cut back a little, and thankfully I have such a great customer base that they're understanding about that. Because
Okay.
not only now am I working my 9 to 5 from home,
Mm-hmm.
I also have my kids at home.
Right.
So the design has to take its rightful spot behind my kids. So we cut it back, but we're still out here working, still
Right.
getting it done.
And I love how efficient and from my vantage point, you have certainly streamlined your process to me, because I've noticed that you take great care in self-care and in your family time. So I've
Yeah.
noticed that you might set up, you have your calendar set up, you let everyone know via your website or IG, okay, we are taking on new clients at this point in time. Or, for example, maybe September, we will be closed for a couple weeks, hiatus to kind of recharge, rejuvenate, and then come back. And I've noticed over the past couple